Howdy, welcome to the channel. And today we're going to be talking about the new Ryobi 4-volt lithium mop and if it's a good fit for you or not. So this is the new Ryobi lithium mop. It's model FVS-M02K. And Mrs. Homeworld was looking at this because she does a lot of mopping in the kitchen. And so as we were talking about it, she's been using this e-cloth mop for quite a while, and it is literally just an aluminum body with these swappable cleaning cloths, and you can just throw these in the washer. And so we were talking about this one, and I told her, I was like, well, it has incorporated in it a reservoir in it, and it also has an oscillating or vibrating head to help you scrub some of those stubborn areas. The more she thought about it, the more she was like, you know what, let's give it a shot. So here we are, and we're gonna open this thing up and we're gonna look at it. We're gonna do an initial usage of it, and then I'm gonna give it to her. And as time goes on, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna give you a summary of how she feels with how she uses it. That'll be in a later video. So let's go ahead and cut into this. Okay, we have our handle. So nothing else is in the box. So it looks like everything is in cardboard sleeves here. So in this one, we have 2 cleaning heads. We have the standard Ryobi cleaning solution bottle. We're gonna have our instruction manual. And then we're gonna have our USB-C connector, our handy dandy. This is everything that we have with all of the different systems. This is very typical. What's really great with these though is you can go through and circle the things you want on here. And then this one comes with the fancy 2 amp hour battery. So the model with the push button on it, first of all, the push button will actually let you know what your charge status is. If it's green, then you're good to go. If it's red, then you know you need to charge it. But also with these particular models, you can actually charge other devices, for example, your cell phone with it. But for now, we're gonna go ahead and throw this one into our handy dandy charger over here. So we'll get that stabbed in there, and we're gonna go ahead and pull another battery that's already fully charged. Next, we're gonna have the cleaning head. So here is our cleaning head, and it has assembly guide information right here on it. So our assembly instructions say that we need to put this flat on a surface, and then we can rotate our body towards the cavity, and that will allow you to actually stand it upright, because if you try to pull it here, you're gonna end up breaking the body over here. So let's go ahead and rotate it, and then we're going to stand it up. Now, the very nice thing about this mop is it actually has a stand-up system that's very similar to the stick vac, except this one's actually way more robust than what the stick vac comes with, but we're able to set that down. Now we're going to take our pole and we're going to slide it in here. And for that, we just have a push button. So we simply take it, slide it in, push on the push button, and that allows it to go in and actually click in. So if you ever have to disassemble this, all you need to do is grab some type of a blunt tool. I'm just gonna be using a little pick here, and you're gonna push in at the little hole at the top, and then you're gonna pull the mop head out. Whenever you get ready to fill this, all you have to do is push on the little button here and tilt the entire thing forward, and then you can pull out the reservoir. Now, to fill this up, we simply open it up. We're then going to get into our cleaning solution. So this is a concentrated cleaning solution that we're gonna be using here. And what you need to do is you need to actually take the container and you need to fill it all the way up to the water fill line. And then you're going to shake this bottle up, and you're going to fill it up, and you're going to bring the entire level up to the next black line. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and fill this up with water, and then I'm actually gonna pour it out so we know exactly how much this holds. So let's go ahead and get it filled up to that line here. And we're gonna go ahead and dump this out now. So we're at 1 cup, which is about 8 ounces or 1/4 of a liter or 250 milliliters, depending on where you're at in the world. Okay, now we're gonna take our cleaning solution and open up that. And per the usual, I'm gonna make a little pour spout in here. This is one of those things that I like to do whenever it comes to the little foil openings. It makes it a lot easier to pour. There we go. Now, as you can see, that allowed me to be very careful and I didn't have any spillage. It worked very, very well. If you aren't doing a pour spout like that, then you're definitely gonna want a funnel to get it in here a lot easier. Go ahead and take our cap, screw it on, and now let's just give it a quick shake. So now we simply take it and we're gonna put the blue part down, put it back into our mop head, and close the system up. So now we're gonna take one of our mop heads and we're just going to simply press it onto the top, and that's it. It holds very quickly, there's no problem. And to pull it off, you literally just pull it off. Now the question is, will it work on something like this e-cloth? Go ahead and pull that off and let's slap it on the e-cloth. And same thing, it actually holds on pretty well. You might need to work it a little bit, so you can definitely use other manufacturers in case you have a hard time getting a actual genuine Ryobi one.
Nice.
Now for the battery portion, that is actually here on the handle. So for that, we have the typical quarter turn, and then we're gonna take our battery and we're gonna slide it in and reconnect. Now on the head here, we have LED, we have vibration, and then we have the squirt feature. Now obviously the LED, we turn it on and it has two very bright LEDs, and then the vibration feature is vibrating the head, so the head can actually do some cleaning, so you're not gonna have to scrub as much. Depending on the spot, obviously if it's a stubborn spot, you may have to scrub more. Now whenever we look at this is not actually the part that vibrates. It is just this lower black section that is doing the vibration. So you actually have isolation between the head and this. And whenever I turned it on, I felt very, very little of that actually up in the handle itself. Now you can feel some, but it's not vibrating intensely on your hand. So user fatigue should be very low with something like this. And then of course, the final is we're going to have our squirt feature. There it goes. So first usage, you may have to take a little while for it to come out both. Now, obviously I have a massive puddle here now, and you can see it goes through the cleaning solution pretty darn quick if you're using that much. Now I'm gonna take it and I'm going to just clean up this section right in here. And now we're just going to take the mop head and mop back and forth over that cleaning solution and get our work surface here nice and clean. Now I'm gonna leave this going while we're talking about it here because I wanna see if the LED times out. So overall, it was very simple to use. It pushed across the surface without a problem, even with the weird angle I'm standing at. Now, if you're on the floor, it's definitely gonna be a lot easier of an angle than what this is. The vibrations, barely felt them in the handle whatsoever. So that is very nice. I enjoy the isolation that is going on with that functionality. And as you can tell, the LED just shut off on this. So it's actually a nice little time. It's definitely a nice little feature that it can stay on. So if you're no longer using the vibrator on it and you're still cleaning the floor, it's actually gonna stay on for a period of time for you. So that functionality is really nice. So let me go ahead and get my work surface dirty here. I'm gonna dribble some coffee on here, and I'm also going to throw some ketchup on here, some of the typical stains. So we'll see how it does in this area. And then we're gonna take this and go inside and we're gonna clean up. I actually had a little bit of coffee dribble out yesterday, and I purposefully left it on the ground to let it dry out because I wanted to see how this mop could do with coffee stains on the floor. So let me go ahead and get this dirty for us now. And I'm going to put a little bit of ketchup. We go through ketchup around here like most people go through milk, and I am going to act like somebody stepped in it, and then the dog walked through it, and then the cat walked through it, and then I walked through it.
Made such a mess. Look at the mess you made.
Well, first of all, on a spill like this, you're not gonna wanna just grab the mop head and go to town with it, because if you do, it's very quickly going to fill up with junk in the mop head itself. So what you're always gonna want to do is grab a cloth of some kind, and let's just do a quick wipe over the area. So we'll want to get as much of it up as we can. So we're going to go ahead and take this. I'm going to turn it on, and we're going to squirt our cleaning solution out. Now that articulated head made it real simple for me to push this around. So it's definitely going to do a good job around your kitchen cabinets and that kind of stuff. Now, It is definitely nice and clean. Let me go ahead and grab some coffee as well. So I'm just gonna take a little bit. Now this one is a cafe mocha, so it actually has some sugars in it too, and I'm curious how it's going to do with the stickiness. So I'm just gonna dribble a little bit out. Oh, we're walking along. Whoops, well, we had a spill. And I have one friend in particular, whenever she gets a little sloshed, she sloshes like bad with her stuff. So this unfortunately can be typical with different kinds of drinks, if you know what I mean. So let's go ahead and see how this does. I'm gonna pass this off to my cameraman. And again, we're going to want to sop up as much as we can so we're not getting all of that liquid into our mop head. So just a quick tap. That's got most of it, but there's still a little bit that's here. I like the width of the spray nozzles. They are definitely getting a nice wide berth with the cleaning solution whenever I'm working it through. That looks nice. I'm not seeing any coffee on it. The mop head has done a really good job. Now at this point, I will say that the mop head is definitely wet. The surface here has a lot of the cleaning solution on it. Let's go ahead and take this into our kitchen and let's clean up some of those stubborn coffee stains that I left yesterday. And let's see how this does and see if it's worth it or not. Okay, so down here you can actually see I've got some coffee that dribbled out here. And so we're just wanting to get that clean. I've also purposefully left a little bit of debris around here because I want to see how it handles all of that. Now I'm going to go ahead and swap out our wet head with our completely dry head. And what I want to try is I'm going to try this one, and I'm going to try with just a quick squirt of the cleaning solution and an immediate clean to see how it works. Do you have to let it soak for a little bit, or can you just go directly into immediate cleaning? And then we'll see over here, I'll do a squirt, let it sit for a little bit, and then I'll clean that and see if there's any difference with the performance of it. Okay, so you can definitely see that the coffee stain itself came up very, very quickly. However, this little piece here didn't come up. So I'm going to go ahead and squirt this, and I'm gonna let the cleaning solution sit for a few seconds. So let's go ahead and squirt this and see how it does. Okay, so we waited the length of time that it took for the LED to shut off. So we're gonna go ahead and clean these two spots now and let's see how it does. And of course, that coffee spot came up very quickly. Now let's see how this spot does. There we go. Whenever you're using a mop, typically you want to get to things that fall on the ground much quicker and not let them sit there and actually become hard, because the harder they are, the harder it's going to be to get them up. So let's go ahead and go back to the shop and let's do a quick recap of this tool. So that goes over the Ryobi vibrating head mop. And as you can see, we didn't use a whole lot of solutions, so you'll be able to use this over the coming days as well. Now, the big thing with these is you want to clean that spill up as soon as you can. You don't want it to leave on the ground any longer than you need to. And this would go extremely well on hardwood floors, because on tile, you can get down there with a knife and clean up some stuff, but on hardwood, you're not gonna want to do that. So this vibrating head will actually do a really good job. Now from here, we're gonna take these and we're gonna throw these in the washing machine and get them nice and cleaned up. If we have problems with these falling apart, I don't think we're going to, but if we do, then we will be sure to put it in the update video. And I am gonna be doing an update video because I want Mrs. Homeworld to use this, and I'm gonna come back and let you know what she thinks of this particular tool. If you have any questions about this mop or any of the stuff that's behind me or any of the other videos you've seen, please leave it in the comments below. I love hearing from you guys, especially great comments like this one. Thank you very much for leaving that comment, and thank you very much for watching this video. Have a great day.